Greetings, Soulswind here, and welcome to Let's Play the Riftbreaker. In the last episode, we talked about the resource gathering buildings. So in this episode, we're gonna defend those buildings by talking about the towers and the defensive mechanism that the game has given us. In the world of tower defense, obviously we'll have a lot of towers. But before we even begin with the towers, let's start with something more basic. We start with the walls. So we've got these walls, 350 HP, this is 700, and this is 1400. They're of different, oh wait, hang on. These are level 1, level 2, and level 3 walls, and the higher the level, the stronger they are. This is how they look like as a singular line. And then this is how they look like clustered together in multiple layers. Like it can be 2 layers, it can be 3 layers. That's how it looks like you know, two layers horizontally. That's how it looks like. Yeah, like that. So walls are essential in delaying the enemies. So it's something that is very important, and it's the very basic of our defense. But if we were to build walls, we obviously need to get past the walls, right? We need to leave the base to go outside. Oh, whoa!
I'm detecting a small gravitational anomaly.
Look at this.
We should investigate it.
Even the walls get damaged by earthquake. Immediately. Well, we'll ignore that for now. We have gates that allow us to pass through the walls, okay? So, the same gates, but just like different directions, and you can see the details. Before that, the wall details. These already look pretty cool. I mean, like, for a level 1, they're really cool. But wait till you get a level 2. Wow. This is like really good looking, like bars of chocolate, if anything. And these, they just look like walls. They are like fortifications, if anything. So yeah, really cool. And spikes and whatnot, not that the spikes really matter or anything. They don't do any damage. They're just there. Then the gates here, 700, 1400, and 2800 on health. So this is how it looks like when it's lowered. When we're close, it will lower. Okay, this is how it looks like in its entirety. Okay, good. So you can see this better. And then we've got this. This is the level 2. That's a level 1. So it kind of fits. Like you can see some theming over here. The main part of the gate. And some lights. That's really cool. I like it. Having some lights there. Looks more alive and futuristic. That's how it looks like. Okay. And then of course there's like arrows and whatnot. That's a level 2. This is the most different one. Like they don't really match in terms of design. But I like this design a lot. This looks so cool. Very sleek design. And then of course we have the level 3. They match again in design, and I like the lights here and this circling light, of course. And I don't like these arrows though. Like, oh wow, so many arrows. And then this arrow is really cool. The overall design for this is alright. Like 2 lines and whatnot, and then behind there's 1 line as compared to not having any, but this is on the floor. That's just not there at all. Yeah, so pretty good. And there's some little arrows over there. Yeah, in general, this also looks really good. And this shiny dot over here too. Yeah, and also 2 lines of lights here as well, like small lines of lights. And then we take a look at what allows us to build towers. In this game, in order to build towers, we not only need resources, but we're also limited by AI cores. They govern how the towers behave in general, shoot at enemies or don't. So we need AI hubs to do that, and they have 3 different levels governed by the numbers, so they look the same, no change in design. And you can see the stats over here, up to 16, from 4, 8, and 16 AI cores, and 20, 40, and 80 seconds, energy per second. Yeah, okay, so you can see it from here, because like there's not much of a difference in general. It's just that there's this light on top, and then the rest are just like this, okay? Before sunset, can we cover this one? These are the repair facilities. So like you can see the radius, this is what they'll repair within the vicinity or within the radius of this circle, so you can ensure that they're always repaired. And these are the stats. even the health points change. I didn't really mention this, but there's like 1 drone, 3 drones, and 7 drones to repair, and 1 energy per second. It's so good. So good. So we can enable this and enable this. There's no damage. If only I left the damage alone, we'd be able to see the repairing, right? We also have got these things though. I didn't really build these, but these allow us to scale greater height and therefore stand by the wall over here, stand up to here, and be able to fight behind the walls. It's okay to just stack them side by side. It's fine. I mean, not stack them, line them side by side. It's okay. Firstly, the design of these things, they're pretty alright, I guess. I think I mentioned that already. They don't really look like AI cores, but they do look like a computer, but more like an apartment though. Other than that light making it a little bit more sophisticated. Platforms, heightened wall floor, level 2. Ooh, that's a mouthful to say. That's 25, 50, and 100. So they're easily destroyed though. Be very careful. You suddenly lose height and you cannot fire out and you think you're still firing, but actually every projectile is hitting the wall, so watch out for that. It happens very frequently. Just be careful about that, yeah? In terms of design, this kind of like fits the one because of the stairs. This fits this one. This doesn't seem to fit the level 3 though. I would think that this be level 3 might just be better. Like this be level 2, yeah? Then this one change a different design and put it at level 1. Now we go to towers. This is our basic tower, like tower defense, right? Oh wait, hang on, portals. There's only 1 portal, like 1 level. We can just like build it here anyway, and it allows us to travel using this portal to any other portals, including our instant teleportation and our headquarters or anything like that, yeah? So it looks like this, and it's 250 HP, so not too bad. And we can't have another portal that's like right nearby, because I guess you can be spamming portals, right? Then you'd be like, hey, which one should I click on, right? So yeah, there's that. Now, other than that, I think that's all. We can go on to our first tower in our tower defense game. It's a sentinel tower, even has a hotkey, the X key. Oh, tower is portal is a V key and the wall is the C key. So we have the X key for this tower, and then this is the level 1 tower. Level 2, facing upwards, is facing towards the side and is facing downwards. Level 3, so you can see the stats over here. Yeah, that's a damage dealt. They have different types of damage though, so this is actually physical damage, and they don't require any energy to shoot. The upkeep is 5, 10, and 15 energy per second, so they do take some energy. Rate of fire, 3 per second, pretty awesome. I think it's fine. A cluster of all of these is good enough to fend off any sort of attack, other than the range ones where we need long range towers to do that. In terms of design, I would say they're okay. This looks already impressive and menacing enough, if anything. This has that shield, and then this is more bulky shield, and we can't really show all angles because there is a lack of space to build. If we just build it clustered together, you can't really see the sides of these towers, so what's the point? I want to see the whole tower, right? So we can just peek towards the side and just see what's happening there, yeah? So there's like lines of light and other beacons of light all over the place, and it just looks like a standard sentry tower. I think this would be, but these, not exactly. This looks a lot more sophisticated than a sentry tower would, but then again, I do see the trend of progression over here, like how it actually levels up from this to this. So like the little shield over there, the central barrel, and vertical lines of light and whatnot, yeah? Next, we have this, the acid spitter. So the damage is the acid, or rather poison. I think it's acid. Yeah, it's acid damage. So it does like 50, 100, and 140 per second. So it's a damage over time, and it costs the flammable gas or whatever that is to shoot. So I think gasoline or whatever. Okay, and the range is quite alright, I guess. Like compared to this, it's a little smaller. 34, and there's no minimum range. Same for these. So again, there's like 3 different levels. This is how it looks like to the side. This is how it looks like pointing to the top, level 2. And this is how it looks like pointing down for level 3. I would say these are okay. This looks like a bee. This looks like a wasp. And this looks like a bumblebee, which is all very... I don't like insects. So, yeah, this game is kind of triggering for me in many, many ways. I don't really like the design. It's just like, it just reminds me of insect. So, let's move on. Yeah, they're fine actually, they're pretty cool, but they remind me of insect, in particular bees. Artillery tower, they do explosive damage, 1 to shoot, oh these are just those, yeah, okay. So 7. So 1 to shoot for each, and those are high caliber or rocket, I think it's high caliber weapons or ammo. And the range is really, really good. It is up to 60. So 8 to 60. This is just 34. This is 60. But there's a minimum range, as you can see, that little circle or little faint circle there. If the enemy is within that circle, then it will not fire. Okay? So watch out for that. It will not fire. The rate of fire is quite slow. 0.2 per second. So it's like 5 seconds to make 1 shot. Yeah. 5 seconds per shot. It's just the damage that increases. That's about it. 1 energy per second to upkeep. This is also 1 per second to upkeep. So that's alright, isn't it? Now let's take a look at how they look like when powered up. So they look quite menacing, I would say. This looks really cool already. This looks a little over because of the 3 lights over here. I would say it might be better to just have 2 lights. This one, like can we see that? This one over here. Also 3, right? But just smaller lights, that's all. I like the chevrons here though, on top. In general, the entire build looks fine. Like, it looks okay. Like, we can build it very quickly, so let's quickly take a look. Yeah. In general, it looks alright, I suppose. And how about this? We don't need to build that one again, so let's just do this. Yeah. So, that's fine, right? Next, we have the Flamer Towers. So this is level 1, level 2, and level 3. They all cost 50 gasoline or whatever to shoot, and the damage is fire damage. This is explosive, this is fire damage. So we've seen 3 physical damage, acid damage, explosive, and then fire. So this is fire damage. The range is quite small, it's only up to 20, and no minimum range. Damage over time though, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, now let's switch them on and we'll see what happens there. These look slightly better than the the acid ones, but not by much. It's just a little better. You can see that they have got their propellants or whatever, the fuel, the fire thingy to light up on fire. You can see that the 2 barrels here, they contain the flammable gas or whatever, the gasoline, and then the light here is really cool. From the side you can roughly see something, but it's yeah, the pipes and whatnot, like the pipes are very thin and these are very thick pipes, so they're probably more secure or something. Yeah. As for the tower, they kind of look quite similar, like the body of the tower. Actually, I think they look pretty similar, right? They all share the same base for this, and this. The sentry, this one and this one. The only one that's different is probably this acid one. The acid one looks different. Yeah. Right. This one looks like an insect or something. Ugh. Okay, anyway, so the body of the towers, yeah, they kind of look the same. So this one is sophisticated enough that it's good to see the side of it. So let's take a look at the side of it. Let's see how it looks like. So we'll not talk about the body of the tower unless they look different somehow. Yeah, so there's like 4 canisters and this is only 2, and this is like 2 small canisters. These are like 4 big canisters. Yeah, so pretty cool, I think. And then there's also a shield over here just to defend or protect the tower. Okay, so yeah, we've shown the stats already. Now we go on to the railgun. This does energy damage, 300, 450, and 800. Rate of fire is 0.3 per second. So I think about slightly more than 3 seconds to fire once. So the rate of fire increases as the level goes up. So not just the damage, but the rate of fire actually improves. 32. So there is target piercing here though. And the range is alright, slightly more than Sentry Tower. So you can replace the Sentry Tower with this on a maybe 80% to 20%. Like this is 20%, those are 80% because ultimately these take longer to fire. Okay. As for the design, let's try to complete this before sunset. Let's also build it to the side and we'll see. Yeah. As for the design, this doesn't look like much, but this looks better. I think out of the three, this is my favorite design. So like it looks like a Gauss cannon if anything. So like, you know, charged up particles and then like fire the energy particle. Like, so this really looks cool. This is a little too much. I don't like the tooth or the teeth in the middle, like the jagged edges in the middle. I don't see the need for them. Like, why have those design over there? I mean, if you had saved on those design, I think it would be nice because the other details on the gun barrel is already good enough. So I don't see the reason why you need to add those jagged edges to that. But well, it doesn't take away too much from the tower. Just not as nice as it would have been if the jagged edges were missing. Maybe replaced by two lights or something, 2 tubes of lights or something like that. Just not jagged edges. Just the two don't fit. Alright, next we have the Gatling laser tower. These are very massive towers and they have got really decent range as well. I mean, it's the same as a Sentry Tower, so it's pretty good. And they have got like really interesting footprint. I don't know why it's so big. As for the rate of fire is 20 per second, so that's quite decent, I would say. 20 per second, like you know, that kind of thing. And then 60 damage, 120, 240. The range is just the Sentry Tower's range. So I would say it's pretty alright. But energy consumption, though, it's up to 600 over here. So, wow, we really need to be real careful when using these things, huh? As for the design, I think we want this to be facing to the side in order to see the design better. Yeah. So as for the design over here, already menacing enough. And then the gun barrel and the body of the gun. Yeah, this probably will rotate though. The gun barrels probably rotate because it's Gatling, right? So the rest, the pistons and everything, probably here to release the gas pressure when rapid firing. So suppression fire, generate a lot of exhaust gas. Then maybe for this, I mean, okay, and the power of the gun is also quite cool. Triangle pointing to a dot, like, hey, you secure the tower here, okay? You need to secure it from these 4 points. Well, anyway, so then we have the next level, which is this level 2. Okay, the light here is okay, the barrels are okay, the base of the tower looks okay too. I like the light though, like this is even better than this. This light is better, if anything. Yeah, for the base, I think this is my favorite out of the 3. Meanwhile, we've got this, yeah. This is the level 3 one. These are also looking like bad growths. They look menacing enough. Like, if you don't look at it in detail, they look fine. The barrel looks a little icky too, because like they look like claws over here. But if not, that's okay too. The base is better than 1, but slightly worse than 2, I would say. No, actually, now that I think of it, I think this might be really good too. Yeah. Or maybe on par. Because they've got lights on all 4 sides, assuming, I think so, yeah, all 4 sides. But this one only on the front side, or the rear side? Yeah, the rear side as well. So the 2 sides don't have, okay? And then now we move on to, so that's a Gatling over here. Then we move on to the minigun. Is it this one? I don't think so. Is it this? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, so the minigun, the stats, 20, is that medium? I think it's small caliber to shoot, so 1 each, and then rate of fire is 20, 20, and 20, but the damage is also physical damage, so it's like 15, 30, and 60. I don't know why the sequence is different though, like the order, the stats different. But yeah, the range is pretty much like the sentry tower. So rate of fire is 3 per second. This is 20 per second. So obviously this would have been a lot better, but they require ammo to shoot. So be careful. You don't want it to run out. This requires nothing to shoot. Maybe it requires, did it require energy to shoot? I think so. I can't remember. Because like in the essence of things, you don't really want to care about all these. Just be in surplus all the time, so you don't really have to worry about them all. The gun barrel and whatnot, they look like very regal though. This design looks very regal over here, like, you know, this little curve over here. Yeah, the gun barrel is fine, a little bit bare if anything. Tower base looks the same throughout, so don't worry about that one. This gun barrel looks a little more embellished, and the little light here looks like a possessed by wisp thingy again. And then we've got connected thingy over here. For this, I think it's better if we look at the side also, but it kind of rotates to the side so we can roughly see. In general, it looks pretty cool too. Like, these are probably the magazines for the minigun to fire more. So we also hold a minigun. Like, this is our minigun. Actually, you see it rotating, right? Yeah. You can see it spinning down. Right? Yeah, kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, this is a minigun as well. So there's that. Looks fine, I guess. Like, you can see like the magazines of the minigun and whatnot. And then we have got the laser tower. For the laser tower, this is energy damage, like also target piercing, and the range is good. This range is like the sentry one, so this is slightly less, just 1 less. Target piercing is 5 throughout. The damage is 25, 50, and 100. Yeah, just does energy damage. So just basically providing different types of damage. And in terms of design, once again, I don't like the jagged edges in the center. I don't know why they would have to put that there. Laser tower is good, but not the jagged edges. So if you don't look at it in detail, it's okay. The rest of the gun body is pretty alright, like, you know, this. I don't really like this thing. I prefer the vertical light, and these both are alright. But the jagged edges, though, I don't really like it. So if you could replace it with something different. Now let's take a look at these lightning towers. We have got lightning damage, so electricity damage, if anything. They have target piercing of 1, 2, and 3. And then projectiles per shot is 3, but actually it's just lightning. So like lightning arcs, right? 3 of them, and the range is only 20. So beware, don't put them at the back of the line. It doesn't do anything. Put them in front, like just behind the tower, if possible, so that they can do enough damage. 1 energy to maintain. This is a lot though, the laser ones, like 50, 75. And 100. This looks a little too bare. This looks slightly better. This looks bad. This looks just like some nest of an insect, if anything. Like too many circles rotating. I mean, it's believable, but at the same time, I don't like how it looks. I think I would prefer this or this. Yeah. It's okay to be slightly more like bare, but better than this, okay? Now let's take a look at the plasma tower. We have got more lightning damage. Rate of fire is like 4, 4, and 4. And then we've got damage 22, 44, 88. So double and then double. The range is 34, just like the sentry. And then it fires fast enough. It's just that this is lightning damage. So it's quite specific. And yeah, otherwise it's okay. But it does have splash radius. Then it takes like energy. 25, 35, and 50 per second. As for the design, I don't know what to say about these things. I don't really like them because, like, why do you want these jagged edges? Like, these are fine somehow, but, like, these are not as good, and these are not as good. This is okay. This seems better. I don't know why. I don't even know how to explain it, but just, yeah. But otherwise, other than that though, this part of the gun barrel though is really cool. I like this design over here. I can't really see much of the design there, but the main part of the gun barrel or the gun mount looks okay. This one looks okay too. Okay, next we move on to this one. The rocket tower. Explosive damage, just like the artillery. The rate of fire is 0.7 per second throughout. The damage is 100, 200, and 400. Splash is 5 meters. I don't know what is 5 meters though. But anyway, the range is pretty much like the sentry. And because there's a minimum range, so you can place them right behind the walls, that's fine. The cost is high caliber ammo, yeah. For design, they look okay. They all look fine. Like rocket launchers, of course. Like, they look pretty cool. These lines are really nice. These lines are good. The top lines look cool too. These even better, actually. I think, both are fine. I would like the lights here, but I would like the general design of this. So, like, both are on equal rating. For now, at least. In terms of like the side of this, I would say I prefer this one with the light. It looks a lot better than those. Yeah. And then these vertical lines are better than so many separated horizontal lines. I think this design's one of the better ones, except for maybe the gun barrels. They no. It's just right here. Maybe not. Okay, next we are looking at the shockwave tower. That is, I don't know what damage is that. Ice damage, freeze damage or something, or just, I don't know, impact damage. But anyway, it costs gasoline to fire though, so I think it's probably ice damage. So it's like, it does an endothermic reaction, so it takes in heat and releases cold. Yeah, so then there's splash radius. Range is very, very small, so I put them right in front, like right behind the wall and not further back along the defense line, okay? Splash radius is okay. Damage over time too. There's a damage over time on top of its base damage, so it's like 5, 10, and 20. And also the base damage is like 25, 50, and 100. Rate of fire is 1 per second. So like basically like the clock, every second it fires once. Yeah. In terms of the design, we'll talk about this in the daytime. Let's move on to this first. The heavy artillery tower. It's also the high caliber one, and it does explosive damage. Damage is like 1,000, 2,000, and 4,000. Damage radius is 10 meters. Splash damage, that is. Range is 25 to 160. So this can deal with those really, really annoying, like bug snacks. Is that the one? The one that is a snail type and lobs really massive explosive, projectiles at us. We can't ever deal with them, and then we get so many things damaged way beyond the rate of repair, so we can use these to deal with them. Unfortunately though, they require supercharged plasma supply, meaning that our defense line needs to be redesigned to have pipes or the decompressor being positioned around. For tight quarters, outpost base, that might pose a problem. Yeah? That might pose a problem. 0.1, 0.1, so like 10 seconds it fires once. That's kinda difficult to depend on. So it's basically, I hope they are smart enough to deal with the necessary monsters, because AI core, right? So you have AI, you know who you should target, right? Unless you have already just fired and happens to not be able to target those nasties. Yeah, but otherwise, please know who to attack. Okay? It has a minimum range of 25 though. So I think it would also be nice to put it near to the front, because we don't want them to be firing at those in front of the walls, because it doesn't matter. But then again, the splash damage makes it good for them to fire there. Now let's take a look at the design. Let's also build these and have them like point to the side so we can see how they sort of look like. They point upwards, they arc upwards though, so there is that. And then we need to like link this up to here in order to see how it looks like. So yeah, this design is wonderful. Like, this is my ideal impression of an artillery tower. I think it's a really beautiful gun. So the base of the tower, I think it's okay, it's acceptable. Like, it needs a wider base for the weight it's like sustaining and whatnot. But, you know, yeah. Regardless of the levels, level 1, 2, and 3, they all look good. 1000, 2000, and 4000 smash damage is that. And then there's a minimum range of 25. But the maximum range goes from 160, 180 to 200. But it needs energy per second and supercharged plasma per second. Meanwhile, these things, they look like shockwave towers, I guess. You know, like, what exactly is a shockwave attack though? I guess, you know, it's okay. I can imagine a shockwave attack, but still, right, I suppose. So, right, they can pass as shockwave towers. But this looks like a speaker though, if anything. Yeah, this kind of looks like a speaker. So, this looks like a weather station probe kind of thing. Yeah, weather vane. But okay, I guess they can pass. And if out of these three, my favorite would be this one. Because this looks like the two eyes, a nose, and this looks like the mouth, and I don't like it. Or maybe the eyes and the mouth over here, and this looks kind of scary. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it, right? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But anyway, yeah. The design here is so good. Like, everything, the detail. This little radar dish over here. The light in the barrel. And I think, you know, like, maybe this kind of hints that it can be extended further, if anything. But even if it doesn't, it's okay. I mean, we didn't see it, like, extend. But it's really cool. All of the designs are really cool. The three here. The light over here, the light, and then this little thing over here, maybe to store extra charge, or maybe to improve the targeting and whatnot. And then these are like, you know, targeting and whatever. So all these details along the sides for all of these, and then the bases of these towers are the same as this one, the heavy towers, I suppose. So yeah. So the base for this is the shared base for this. So I haven't really talked about it, so I can talk about this. What can I talk about? Nothing. Let's move on. There's really nothing much. It's just that. And nothing significant to mention. So it's not bad either. It's just not as significant in terms of design. So yeah, nothing really outstanding. Just good, that's all. Just okay. Now let's move on to some more of the auxiliary ones. Portal Bomb, I think it's pretty much similar to this thingy. Maybe, I don't know, I guess so. Yeah, cost to shoot is 10. So 10 of these high caliber ammo. And then like the rate of fire is 0.2, so 5 seconds per shot. Thus, like physical damage from 500, 1000 to 2000. And then in terms of splash damage is the same across 8 each. and then range is like 5 to 60, so there's a minimum range of 5. Just don't be at the foot of the tower and it should be fine. So like your walls need to be 2 thick and it should also be fine. Not 1 thick but 2 thick, okay? So in terms of the design for these towers, yeah, I would say they look quite exotic if anything. This looks really cool, I guess. But it looks like a alien person. Alien humanoid thingy. This also looks like an alien humanoid thingy. But these lights here, I don't like the design of the lights. Could be improved. Like, maybe not like that. This is okay though. The base of the tower looks exotic, but well, I guess. Okay, I like the top part of this. It's quite decent. This I don't like because it looks quite scary over here. Yeah, but otherwise, in general, the spinning thingy, it's okay. And for this, it's also pretty cool. It's just that again, these little dots over here for the lights, it could have just been replaced with a vertical line. Maybe not, even 2 vertical lines just don't look as good. I don't know what can replace here to make it good looking. Maybe, I don't know, just don't have lines there. Just don't have light over there. But maybe have a shiny, I don't know, emblem, metal, whatever thingy. Just not lights over here. Yeah. Okay, the rest of the design, they look cool, and I think we should see these in the night because there's quite a lot of light features on this. So looking at these in the night will showcase more of it. And yeah, that's the front of this. I don't know how to switch off the mech light though because I can't really see the tower if I point my mouse over to here like that. So yeah. But the lights are quite glaring if anything, but still it's okay. I mean, like, just don't stare at it. That's it for part 1 of the defensive structures. This part consisted of the walls, the gates, the structures that support the walls, and of course, the towers. There's going to be more towers and some other auxiliary ground traps or something in the second part of this featurette featuring the defensive structures. This part ends here though. What do you think about the defensive structure so far? Which ones did you like? Do let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for now. Have a nice day.